to yet another exciting episode of the No Wave Music Show. Today we've been joined by an artist who does gospel in a no wave version. So interesting to listen to. Catch us on the other side as I chat to Trevor T4.
On a wave, baby, changing the game, baby.
Alright, like I said, we're going to be joined by T4. Thanks for filling up on us, Manji.
Most welcome.
Really appreciate you coming through. You know, it's really a pleasure. And you've been doing a lot of late, man. I've been following you, I think, since last year. I've been seeing the projects that you've been doing. I've been seeing the people that you've been working with. You've worked with Slap D. You've worked with Yellow Dove. How's it been, man? Like, what's been driving the energy?
Well, it's been very interesting,
Yes.
as per se, because I feel in this era you need to work with people who are already there and who are doing great things. So that's the main reason why I've been trying to work with big artists, you know, so that at least big doors can be opened and I can reach out to the people through the word of God.
Alright, sure. Okay, so T4, people just know you as T4. They simply don't know much about you, considering the fact that you just come on sale. There's just this brand that they know as T4. Who's T4?
Well, Trevor T4, I usually use my stage name as Trevor T4. I may say from the personal point of view, I think I may say I'm coming from a Christian background. Trevor is a Christian. Yeah, coming from a humble background, third born from the family of 6. Yeah, I mean, that's what I can talk about in terms of personal life and career-wise. I'm a 4th-year student.
Okay.
Yeah, studying my Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Yeah.
That's very interesting. So where did you start your secondary, and when did you start your grade 1?
Hey, grade 1, that was in somewhere 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, when I started my grade 1, then after that, I was at the same school from grade 1 to grade 7, grade 8 I was at Metro Boys Basic.
Okay.
Yeah, then I completed my senior secondary level at High Ridge High School in Kawe.
Okay, so tell us about your music journey. When did you start doing music? What inspired you, and how has been the journey so far?
Well, talking of when I started music at a very tender age. I may say when I was in grade 8, I wrote my first song, and everybody was surprised, and they're like, okay, I think you can do it, you can make it out there. But then I wrote that song as a singer, not as a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, but then, you know, growing up, you tend to find yourself in a lot of things, you know. As a result, I had to forget about music. You know, I just had to let go of music. I wasn't a musician for a long period of time. But then after completing school, there's a guy I worked with. I inspired him a lot when we were in school back then. So he came and found me, you know, not doing music. That guy is Chris D, goes by the name Chris D Umselayo. And he came over, he took me to the studio. Then I recorded without writing, just a freestyle, because he came randomly to say, okay, let's go and record. So that gave me an inspiration, because I managed to record a song without writing, so that revamped my inspiration, and I was like, okay, I think I can make it. You know, that's when I got back on the scene.
That's very interesting. So there's this thing that's changing. We've heard about this type of music that's called the no wave music. We've seen battles, we hear people calling themselves, I'm the king of the no wave,
Yeah.
you know. So what do you understand about no wave music?
Okay, music is a very, very diverse kind of art, you know. So I can say people now believe there is new wave, there was old wave, which comprised of people like, I may say, the Tommy D's, Slap D's, the Rough Kids, just to mention a few. Then now we have the new guys, okay, the E-lists, I can say the Browens and the Kobe's, you know.
Kobe's.
So I feel those guys have brought in a new vibe. Okay, they've brought in the issue of punchlines. Way back it was all about rhyming. Okay, that Zima's times and those guys, people would just rhyme without having the consciousness of you know, punchlines and stuff.
The bars.
You see? But this time around it's about bars, punchlines. Music will be graded depending on a lot of stuff. You know, production has to be on point. Bars have to be on point. Just the energy has to be on point. You don't need to be a copycat of another person and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so having said that, we go for our first break, and what we're going to do, Tifo, as we go for our break, I want you to choose one new wave music video that you feel should be played on this show.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, you can choose one.
Well, it's kind of hard for me to choose because a lot of people are doing a lot of stuff. I may say Pompi Samala.
Pompi Samala.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we go for a break, we're going to watch Pompi Samala. Stay tuned.
My target, to be a musical Chuck Norris. Study word like I'm doing it for college. Special delivery, flow out of control. It's work, look what it did to me. Ooh, getting it mentally. Making the legacies, not living a century. Sharing a bakery, baking the bread and sharing it as it's meant to be. Take it away, it's yours, play in the major league nation. Any mini money move. City Sankanjila Kwatin Sabato. When they say with God you can never blow. First lie, my guy, can you feel the flow? In the game, unashamed, in the same hustle. All the hype, all the fame, never changed us. Nick up, never underestimate. Moto, now they're checking for the ventilator. No truth, wango namana. Isema oti masamala. Samala, samalani. Walala, washala. To the Tikwati Masamba. Yeah, we so fresh, Prince of Wakanda. Samala, samalani. Wakanda, samalani.
Made it out of ghetto with this God flow. No smoko. Zakai Sala, Tima Pay and Sonko. My dreams are coming true. I tell my crashing in the lotto. And what happens on classic, Mr. Writings of Solomon King. It's a wake up call, y'all be sleeping on me. Out of this world, olondili nzikoli ndakachokulita kunapo ndikuhita. I'm no longer the target market, devil na msika. Isn't this a give? I'm not a god MC, ndine wachima but forgiven. Ndichisomo cha mulungu, even the blind can see and testify that we are Christians. Yo, kokoriligo, komwetiliko, ayesu waliko. The most high's name we elevate. City funika my smoke to stay relevant.
No. Right, that was Pompi Samala. I like the energy in the video. Like the song was really on point. It was an international feature, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like the song was really on point. I could see the energy, the vibe, the video, everything was on point. So coming back to you, Trevor, you do gospel, and I've seen the way you do your type of gospel music. It's very different. There's the new wave in it, and that's quite rare to a lot of artists. Most artists think maybe gospel is just about singing, you know, those holy songs, but I see you kind of a person who would have bars in a gospel song. How do you do that, and what are the challenges that you face considering the type of music that you do?
Okay, talking of how I do that, I may say I've been a follower of a lot of artists to get a point. So it's about learning one or two things from each and every person that you follow. Okay, then coming up with your own style. Okay, from all those things that you've gathered from different kinds of people. So yeah, so I think I've come up with my own style. Okay, gathering simple nitty-gritties from other artists. So that has really motivated me a lot. Then talking of, you spoke of challenges?
Yeah, challenges.
Yeah. Challenges that I've been facing quite a lot. Firstly, new wave music hasn't been accepted to the fullest. Okay, sure. Just the type of music itself. Others think maybe it's misleading people. Others think it's only talking about drugs and stuff. So new wave itself has got its own challenges. Okay, such as the one that I've mentioned. But talking of new wave gospel rap, okay, it also has a lot of challenges because gospel rap itself hasn't been fully accepted. So I'm fighting two battles. Fighting two battles. Yeah, the new wave and the gospel rap being accepted in church and stuff, as well as on the street.
Okay. So how do you make your money? Do you usually have shows? Do people pull up for your shows? And yeah, how do you make money considering the type of music that you do?
Now, man, I'm not making any money. Now I'm investing. You know, I feel I'm in the investing phase. So I am just putting in more efforts and trying to make a frame out of whatever I need to see as a big thing, you know, just a few years from now.
Yeah, that's. All right, Trevor. So you spoke of Kobe. You've also spoken of Browen. You know, the type of the music that they do, and in the previous answer, you also spoke of one of the challenges being the public failing to accept this music, considering it to be that type of gangish, you know, like maybe some don't even want to pay attention to the lyrics. They feel maybe just the lyrics themselves are, you know, they're not fit to be listened to. So what do you think are the solutions? What do you think should be done for this type of music to be accepted to the general public?
Firstly, people have to be united, you know. They say birds of the same feathers fly together. So I feel people that are doing that type of music should unite or should meet at a certain point and make sure they make things better for that journey. Then secondly, people that are doing that type of music, let me say we or us, we have to be public sensitive. We need to pay attention to the things that are happening around, and we need to pay attention to the seasons, okay, of the things, the way things are happening. For example, this time around it's the time of COVID-19. People are dying out of COVID. You can't release a gangster new wave type of music. You get the deal. As for me, I'm public sensitive. You know, yeah, I need to check out. Okay, people are dying, and others are doubting God. If God is there, I mean, how is it that people are dying like this? You get the deal. So I need to encourage people to say, okay, at the end of the day, God will intervene, and you know, yeah. So I've talked about two things. The third thing is branding. Okay, you need to brand yourself in a very good way. Talking of branding, it involves overt and covert. Okay, overtly you need to brand yourself in a way that whoever listens to your music, they have to understand to say this is Trevor. Yes. So yeah. I don't need to sound like any other rapper out there. I have to sound as Trevor. You get the deal. So that's one thing that each and every new wave artist or rapper has to work on. They have to be them rather than emulating or imitating other people.
Yeah. That's very important actually. Yeah. People should take note of that. We've seen you work with artists like Hello Dove. So how's been the chemistry? Did you first create that relationship, or it was just a business thing where you just say, hey, there's this song that I want us to work on, then you just do it there? No, at first there was that relationship, there was a bonding. That's when you guys worked on the song.
With Dove, the bonding came after we talked about business. Okay, the first call was about us working on something. You know, I called him and the response was positive. Then we created a very good rapport after that, and yeah, we got good chemistry. But the first call was about business.
It was about business. Wow, that's very interesting. So we go for our second break, and I want you to pick another music video that you feel should be played on this show.
Okay, I think this guy Browen Kuseni Seni.
Browen Kuseni Seni. Okay, so you watch Browen Kuseni Seni. Catch us on the other side.
Mufasa has always shown too much restraint when it comes to hunting. When I am king, the mighty will be free to take whatever they want, because a hyena's belly is never full.
Mufasa's far too powerful to challenge.
Mufasa is yesterday's man.
Sick!
Yeah. Kusensen.
XYZ Entertainment.
Yeah. Flakes. kudya bwino nikusenseni, ka breakfast ikusenseni, banga maplani ikusenseni, work hard ikusenseni, check on your baby ikusenseni, say I love you ikusenseni, after a bad situation there's a new day ikusenseni, 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 yeah. Kiss your happy alo mwashibukeni, naipwenshitaba wishibukeni, nangufe wikalo nabukosa mwiumfo munangani mwashingulukeni, imakosa kwetichokela bakushuta pe usokela, tina survive mu makolera, then ubwele na masovela, bamaseka ukapempa, nkongole tabalemba, twalichindika chilemba, from January to December, noma alam, ndisenkalam, pressure fe 8 to busha, sisi alindila nsalam, kuliba mulam, elo mubale ni busa, ama banzi luchelo ni masti, ngawashongola bread ni lasti, chinondo na ena ila posa, vengi babepesha fasting, talusha kuba fake, pesa fe mupepi ngabamona mate.
Alright, that was Braweni featuring Slapdick Seni Seni. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. So coming back to you, Trevor. What are your long-term plans? What are your long-term plans?
Long-term plans. That of course, long-term plans have to be accompanied by consistency.
Yes.
So consistency has to drive my long-term plan. Yeah. So my take on that one is I need to drop EPs and albums.
Okay.
Yes, but before I drop those EPs and albums, I need to learn more about the society and how I can reach out to the people in terms of, reaching out through music. So one of my plans is doing theology, going to a theological school, learning the word and transform it into music.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm already doing that. I'm in my first year studying theology as well.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. And what should your fans expect from you going forward?
Soon, this coming month, July, I'll be dropping my video for Blasphemy featuring Yellow Dove.
Okay.
Yes,